Alright, so guys, this is Chris for TCGY.
Ryan Miller, lead designer for Kaijudo.
I'm pretty sure all of you know him. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. First of all, I really want to thank you for this game.
Thanks.
I really appreciate it. I did so much for this game, and I think everyone really appreciates it.
It was the team that we had for this game was just amazing, and I mean it's just been a great game to work on. So I'm glad you guys are loving it and enjoying it.
Yeah, I can tell by the KMC which people showed up today.
45.
Yeah.
So,
of course, not as much as Texas, but
it's still something.
Dude, 45 is still the third highest KMC so far. Right. So that's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Alright, so my first question is, growing up, did you ever think you would be here? Where you are at this point in your life?
No, man. I started designing games when I was like 11, and it was always something that I knew I really loved to do, but I never thought I would get a paycheck for it. You know what I mean? As well as like, you know, I always assumed it was going to be my hobby that I did on the side. And then when I got out of the Army in like '98, I was like, you know what? I might as well give it a try. Right? So I moved to Seattle just to see if I could get a job at Wizards, and I just got like the lowest job I could find at Wizards. But you just, you know, that's how you network up, you know. So no, I never thought I'd be doing this for a living. I mean, it's been a complete blast.
What led you to start in the TCG company, and did you have a different profession already decided in your mind?
Yeah. Actually, I was a prison guard in the Army because I was planning on being a police officer. And you know, I started playing Magic in '94, and it was such a like groundbreaking experience. No one had ever done a trading card game, the deck building, all this stuff, combos, all these things, and it really just hooked me in. And I was like, what a fascinating space, because you can design within this design. You can design all these cards, you can have all these crazy things. And so I was designing cards pretty much from the start, you know, just because it was such a fascinating. So yeah, it's yeah. I forgot. I totally lost my train of thought there. Hey, I'm smart. It's been a long day. What can I do?
Once Zone Masters ended for most countries, did you ever think about redoing Zone Masters?
Well, I mean, you know, Duel Masters has been going strong in Japan this whole time. I mean, it's doing amazing out there. In some ways, Kaijudo is the next. It's like Duel Masters 2.0, right? We wanted to make sure, though, that it's its own thing. We didn't want to just say, no, it's just Duel Masters again. We wanted to do a new world for it, new story, and we wanted to kind of take another crack at the game itself, right? To make sure that, I mean, the game was started 10 years ago. A lot has changed since then when it comes to trading card games. And so, in many ways, Kaijudo is that next evolution of Duel Masters.
With how Kaijudo is at stuff right now, are you content with the amount of players are playing Kaijudo? Is there anything you would change in any shape or form about Kaijudo?
Well, I'll tell you what really pleases me about Kaijudo is, so I've been to a few KMCs, I've looked at some other tournament reports, and there's a really pleasing variety of viable decks out there right now. And for a game that has only been out as long as less than a year basically. I mean, it'd be a year this summer. And a game that has 300 something cards total in the pool, to have that many viable decks is a goal we strive for, and it's really nice to see that kind of play out. And the meta across the different KMCs has been really neat. I mean, we saw Mono Darkness win in
Prince Rupert.
Yeah, up in BC, right? We saw Mono Darkness win a KMC up there, and that blew everyone's mind. And we were like, Mono anything winning a KMC was really surprising. And so to see that variety is something that we, you know, when you put a card set together, the last thing you want is for one deck to just be the deck to play, right? It's no fun, right? It's no fun for you guys. You guys have to either play that deck or you have to play a deck that beats that deck. Either way, it's just not that fun, right? And so to see that variety there, I think is, you know, so as far as what I would change for Kaijudo, I think the game itself is solid. It's a great game. We're seeing a nice, healthy growth in the number of players that we have for North America, but I mean, more is better. And I think it's going to happen with people like you guys, right? You guys are out there making the community happen, growing the community, that sort of thing. And that's how we're going to see it. We see people, I mean, just today I was talking to this guy right over here, and he's like, you know, I play these other games, but I've never played Kaijudo. We started talking, and now he's right over there playing, right? So,
Okay.
I know, right? We're right in the middle of the tournament. So we'll let you get to your tournament, man. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, just a couple more.
Okay.
Does Wizards of the Coast plan on releasing Kaijudo across the world?
So I can't really say anything to that because that is above my purview, right? So we haven't announced what we're doing globally, or if we're doing anything globally. So there's really nothing I can. Yeah. When it comes to the future, it's hard for me to answer questions because it's like, you know, no, because even I mean, it's just we don't do that. We don't talk about the future really because it's not smart as a game company to talk too much about the future because things change all the time. So you don't want to say, oh yeah, we're doing this thing, and then it turns out we're not, and then everyone's cranky. So we just don't. We try not to do it. Plus, surprises are fun. So yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, it was fun. Man.
Yeah, most definitely.
That was a blast, man.
Yeah.
The reaction was great. That was really cool.
So talking about like the new cars, like as an emulator and Tritonus, are there going to be any specific type of release for the Monarchs?
There's not going to be a card set for the Monarchs, no. But I think the plan at this stage is there's 2 Monarchs in Clash, which is the large set coming out now, coming out in a couple weeks, right? And then we're going to have 1 Monarch in each set after that. So I think that's the current plan anyway. It could change, but yeah, that's the current plan.
Does Wizards of the Coast have any ideas if KMCs will be repeated next year?
I mean, right now the plan is to do this style. It's been successful so far. I will say this is a pilot program, right? We're learning a lot about the KMC system, and we want to make it better, if anything, right? We want to make sure that it's fun, it's the right level of competition and fun. So, yeah, I see these continuing in the future. Again, anything could change, but this first round is really just our pilot. We want to do what works for the community and what is fun for you guys. I mean, really, it's a testament to the leadership of Kaijudo because we originally came out for this game. It was originally for a younger audience, right? I mean, it's but when the game came out and we saw that we were getting a different type of audience, it was like, well, we could either try to continue our original course or we could shift to the audience that we have. And I'm glad that we chose to kind of shift, and that's where the KMC program that's where that came from. We flew those guys out. There was a bunch of the YouTube guys that we flew them out to have discussions with them and talk about what the community wanted. The community was very vocal about what they wanted. They wanted more competition. They wanted more recognition for their achievements. And so we kind of took all that. We had a bunch of meetings, and I got to say, I was really impressed with the leadership over at brand management, Ari and Karen and those guys, of making that call. And it was a tough call to make because I mean, it's not. Companies don't turn on dimes. I mean, they don't do it. They just don't. And to make that kind of shift at that stage, I was really impressed with their guts to do that. And it looks like it's paid off. Like it looks like it's a good, strong system, and it looks like it's doing what we wanted to do for Kaijudo. We wanted to encourage fun competition. We didn't want to have big cash prizes because that takes a certain player into it, right? We want the Kaijudo community, which has proven to be an awesome, fun community. We want what's right for you guys, right? We don't want to bring in. We want what's awesome for you guys.
Okay, so lastly, who's your favorite Kaijudo character and/or creature?
Gila Flame is probably my favorite, and probably for a couple of reasons. He's such a cool guy, right? He's just such a cool creature in the show. But I really like how his card is so much like how he is in the show, right? He kind of shows up, and he bashes something in the face, and then he kind of zips out. It's just like I really like that. I would say second place is probably Squeaky, mainly because when Squeaky first, we first got the sketches for Squeaky from Hasbro Studios, and I was a little cute, just kind of a weird note to hit for this game. But man, they came through. Those guys at Hasbro Studios are amazing. From the art direction and to the story writing and all that stuff. And Squeaky has turned into one of my, I really like that game. I mean, it's so cute and weird, and then turns into this totally fierce, wolf creature, right? It's like, what? So yeah, that would be what I would do. My top 2.
Is there any questions you'd like to ask me?
I mean, the main thing I want from people like you guys is just feedback on what we're doing and how we could do better. I mean, the thing is, we're always listening. We may not do what you guys want exactly. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, why aren't you listening? It's like, well, we are listening. It's just that we're not, you know. But the feedback from you guys, especially the community guys, like you guys do on your YouTube channel, really helps what we do, right? Because I mean, you guys are out there in the war zone, right? So it helps us, you know. So I mean, as far as specific questions, I don't, but I do want to keep the communication going because it helps us do our job and it helps makes the game better, right? So thank you guys for what you guys do. I mean, putting the YouTube videos out there and like getting people into the game. This game wouldn't be where it is without people like you guys. So, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
All right, thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
All right, man.
This is just very